According to the UN, 360,000 babies are born every day, and while all of them are incredibly cute, there are a few who tend to make international headlines, all because they are unique and extraordinary. These unusual newborns have gotten a lot of attention on the internet, whether it's because of genetic defects or because of their outstanding aesthetic characteristics. In this video, we'll look at the most amazing and exceptional kids, each with his or her own story of strength and charm. Here are 20 most unusual babies born in the world. Number 20, Cyclops baby. In a shocking and heartbreaking turn of events, Java Island residents Atana Ariato and Sarianti suffered an astonishing and devastating ordeal when their fifth child, a daughter, was born at Rumah Soccer Hospital in Madeline Natal, North Sumatra. The 5-pound baby was delivered naturally, but she had a stunning and rare anomaly. She was a Cyclops baby, with only one eye in the center of her forehead and no nose, despite the fact that her other organs were properly formed. Sarianti had not had an ultrasound throughout her pregnancy, so seeing her unique daughter was a huge surprise. She and her husband retreated to their room, exhausted by the situation. Medical personnel acted quickly, admitting the newborn to intensive care, where she was watched every 15 minutes by a specialist team. Sadly, despite their best attempts, the infant passed away that night. Because their heart rates usually fall below 100 beats per minute, babies born with such severe congenital abnormalities frequently require cesarean section births. These babies are prone to respiratory problems and heart problems. Dr. Surya Foden, a medical expert, believes the baby's health problems were caused by mercury poisoning and potentially the rubella virus. Number 19, Tom Tenant. The birth of Tom Tenant in Southeast Australia in 1993 shocked the medical establishment. This newborn baby was born with a skin problem so unusual that physicians and parents were baffled. Tom's condition was unlike anything previously described, as his skin resembled that of an elderly person, covered in an unexpected excess of wrinkles. When Tom's parents first saw him, their hearts were filled with fear and worry. The sheer amount of flesh covering his body was comparable to that of a 5-year-old toddler. Despite a battery of testing and routine checkups, no one could have predicted Tom's unique situation. His parents' immediate reaction was one of genuine surprise. Medical experts were captivated by the riddle of a youngster whose skin was a mystery. They couldn't figure out what was causing Tom's excess skin, which resulted in a depressing lack of treatment or cure. The initial hope was that Tom would just grow into his situation as he aged. However, as time passed, it became evident that Tom's issue required greater investigation and comprehension. Dedicated researchers set out on a mission to solve the intriguing mystery of Tom's illness. Dr. Andrew Ramsden, the physician in charge of Tom's treatment, first predicted that the disease would go away spontaneously as the boy aged. In an unexpected turn of events, Dr. Ramsden's prognosis proved to be correct. Number 18, Mermaid Baby. Doctors in India were presented with an unprecedented task when a newborn emerged with a mermaid-like tail instead of legs, an incredible and rare occurrence. This amazing baby, born in the Shivapuri district of central India's Manipur Primary Health Center, is receiving expert medical treatment. Despite the unexpected arrival, the baby is in good health, a miraculous event that has given everyone concerned a glimpse of optimism. Following the birth, medical personnel moved quickly to guarantee the safety of both the infant and the mother. They were sent to the Shivapuri District Hospital, where they were given intensive medical attention and care. Mermaid syndrome, also known as sirenomelia, is a rare and enigmatic health anomaly marked by the appearance of a horn-like protrusion across the lower body. The special newborn care unit at the hospital has taken on the vital responsibility of treating and monitoring the infant's progress. This is not without complications, as the infant is severely undeveloped, weighing just over 2 pounds according to a doctor managing the case. Number 17, Helana Lugo. Helana Lugo, a courageous young girl from San Cristobal, Venezuela, was born with a slew of obstacles caused by developmental issues in the womb. Her parents, Solanés and Henry, were advised to abort the pregnancy in the 4th month because medical authorities considered her conditions unfit for life. They predicted that Helana would pass away soon after birth. Despite all odds, Helana's extraordinary path of survival and strength continues, owing to her loving family's unrelenting support. One of Helana's most notable traits is the appearance of a supposedly embedded crown in her head, garnering her the title of Supernatural Queen. This distinguishing characteristic is the result of her hydrocephaly, a disorder that produced an unnatural growth of her skull due to an accumulation of cerebrospinal fluid, resulting in brain damage. Helana has unfortunately suffered nasty comments and judgments, ranging from being dubbed ugly to being told she should not have been born. Nonetheless, her spirit's fortitude and her family's love and care have been consistent sources of comfort. Helana is currently getting therapy, and her development has been nothing short of amazing. She has made tremendous progress in controlling her head movement. The road ahead remains difficult, but her parents are determined to stand by her side and do everything in their ability to assure her future well-being. Number 16. Junior Cox, Noon. Junior Cox Noon, born in Brighton, is an outlier in the world of babies. While most babies are born with scant or no hair, his debut in the world was marked by a display of copious, luxuriant locks that set him apart. In a world where more than 90% of people endure gradual hair thinning with age, Junior's hair is nothing short of extraordinary. Given the volume and thickness of Junior's hair, you may mistake him for a tiny bear if you catch a peek at him. It's a remarkable sight, one that sets him apart from most adults who are concerned about the advent of baldness as they age. Junior, on the other hand, is unlikely to be concerned. He is extremely unlikely to go bald, making him an uncommon outlier in the world of human hair patterns. While most adults struggle with hair care, Junior may need to focus on keeping his remarkable hair in top condition. This may mean regular visits to the barbershop, whether he enjoys the experience or not. Junior is fortunate in that his mother is a hairdresser. Her expertise in hair care will surely play an important role in preserving his beautiful hair, at least for the time being. Number 15. Anna Wilco. Jenny Wilco gave birth to her daughter, Anna, via C-section in September 2017. Everything appeared to be ideal at first, but in a terrible twist of fate, their lives took an abrupt and unexpected turn. Anna, a 16-month-old girl, experienced a tremendous ordeal just minutes after her birth, when her skin began to rupture. According to the National Organization of Rare Disorders, Anna was diagnosed with harlequin ichthyosis, an extremely rare skin ailment that affects around 1 in every 500,000 people. The diagnosis was made within an hour of Anna's birth, and she spent her first month of life in a medical center, facing incredible obstacles. Harlequin ichthyosis is characterized by infants being born with thick, unyielding skin scales. This disorder can cause severe distress because the taut skin puts pressure on the eyes and mouth, causing the lips and eyelids to invert, or it can spread across the infant's chest and abdomen, increasing breathing and feeding difficulties. Infants with harlequin ichthyosis are also at a higher risk of premature birth and are more vulnerable to infections, dehydration, and a variety of other problems. These stiff skin scales progressively shed in the weeks following Anna's birth, ushering in a unique adventure for both Anna and her family. Number 14. Connie Lloyd. Connie Lloyd's life had been marked by a singular and difficult reality until she underwent revolutionary nose surgery. Connie had been burdened by a benign growth that encompassed her entire nose since birth, a trait that drew unrelenting attention every time she went outside. The agony was exacerbated by the fact that the tumor not only affected her exterior appearance, but also expanded internally, posing complex and significant worries. Following an inquiry, it was discovered that Connie was born with a hemangioma, a rare benign tumor that was just the 8th reported case in the UK at the time. This condition had distinguished her as an outlier in a country where this ailment was uncommon. Connie's mother began a lengthy search for medical expertise in search of a remedy. Her tireless efforts brought her to Dr. Ian Hutchison, a facial deformity specialist recognized for his expertise. Dr. Hutchison's abilities and unwavering dedication to his patients made him the ideal candidate to treat Connie's condition. The turning point came when Dr. Hutchison successfully performed a surgical procedure on Connie. The treatment attempted to restore her nose, giving her the opportunity to live a life free of the tumor's constraints. While the operation was successful in removing the tumor, it did leave behind scars. Connie's journey therefore represented the human spirit's continuing fortitude and tenacity in the face of physical adversities. Number 13. Galang. A stunning and terrible story from Indonesia originated in 2018 when a kid named Galang was born with two faces. This exceptional condition came from his conjoined twins' inadequate development in the womb, posing unique and complex medical hurdles. Galang, a 2-month-old baby from Batam, Indonesia, was born with two faces and two brains in one head, a condition known as craniofacial duplication. This aberration has not only resulted in serious physical malformations, but it has also put Galang at risk of a possibly fatal brain condition. His disease has resulted in an accumulation of fluid in his head, known as hydrocephalus, complicating his medical journey even further. Galang, a conjoined twin, shares one body, 2 arms, and 2 legs, a rare occurrence that happens in only 1 out of every 250,000 births. The presence of the second face and brain is due to the mother's egg failing to completely break in two during pregnancy. Galang cannot breastfeed due to the uniqueness of his situation and must be supplied milk through a tube. Medical professionals have given the infant a bleak prognosis, believing that his prospects of survival are extremely slim. Number 12. Primrose. Primrose's story immerses us in a narrative that resembles the unmistakable appearance of the fictional character Raiden from Mortal Kombat, but with a genuine and motivating twist. While Raiden has silver eyes in the game and film, Primrose's silver eyes became a defining feature of her particular journey, one marked by resilience and metamorphosis. Primrose was born to Chinese parents who made the tough decision to place her for adoption because of her stunning silver eyes. Because of her condition, the children in the orphanage dubbed her a monster. This seclusion was caused by her eye ailment, which rendered her an outsider in her own environment. Fortunately, her life took a surprising turn when she was adopted by Mr. and Miss Austin, who warmly welcomed her into their American family. Primrose's difficulties did not end with her adoption. It was eventually revealed that in addition to her stunning silver eyes, she was also blind and extremely sensitive to light. Doctors advised a life-changing operation to safeguard her health and give her the greatest shot at a fulfilled life. Given her badly damaged eyes from childhood glaucoma, the decision was made to surgically remove her eyes to prevent additional harm. Primrose started on a remarkable journey following her successful operation. Her tenacity and resilience enabled her to overcome the challenges that life had thrown at her. She was given the opportunity to live a life full of hope, joy, and greater possibilities after her eyes were removed. Number 11. Lucas Santamaria. Until recently, encephalocele, a rare and usually deadly birth condition in which the brain develops outside the skull, gave little hope. However, one exceptional infant, Lucas Santamaria, beat the odds and became a medical marvel. Lucas, who was born at 35 weeks, has not only survived but thrived, becoming a beloved younger brother to his 3-year-old sisters. Lucas was born under the supervision of medical specialists, who induced his mother, Maria. His birth, weighing 6.5 pounds and measuring 19 inches in length, marked the start of an unbelievable journey. A 6-hour-long procedure was performed by a team of competent surgeons. They addressed the problem during this surgery by emptying excess fluid from his brain, removing damaged brain tissue, and cleverly protecting his intact brain with the skin that had formed at the base of his skull. Despite the anxiety that surrounded the Santamaria family, Lucas demonstrated remarkable fortitude, leaving the neonatal intensive care unit after only 1 week. Everyone who observed his improvement was astounded by his victory over encephalocele. Dr. Vogel, a medical expert engaged in Lucas's case, says that because Lucas is the first child to survive this disease, his future is uncertain. The unknowns surrounding his development and long-term prospects create a fascinating medical frontier that will be actively monitored by the medical community. Number 10. Tessa Evans. Tessa Evans, a fascinating person, is one of the very few people in the world born without a nose, a condition caused by congenital arynia. Tessa's life narrative is one of courage, tenacity, and her family's continuous support in the face of incredible circumstances. When Tessa was born, her mother felt a range of emotions, from shock to sadness, as she looked at her newborn daughter. It was a humbling experience for Tessa's parents, who were confronted with the reality of her rare affliction. Tessa had to be spoon-fed shortly after birth due to the presence of a tracheostomy tube that extended from her neck. This device helped her to breathe when she was without a functional nose. A surprising finding marked a watershed moment in Tessa's life. Her father, recalling that day with wonder, told her about Tessa's sneeze. The cause of her sneeze, however, was not her nose. It came from her chest. This strangeness was simply another aspect of Tessa's predicament. Tessa struggles with the loss of her sense of smell in addition to being born without a nose. This loss presents new obstacles for her, making it harder for her to distinguish aromas, whether pleasant or unpleasant. She can't tell if something is burning or ruined, which has affected her daily life. Number 9. Baby with satanic name. A mother has been thrown into the spotlight in a story that has caused a flurry of online debate for giving one of 2022's most provocative and trendy baby names to her offspring, Lucifer. This outlandish choice has sparked a whirlwind of debate and criticism on the internet. Josie Barnes, a 27-year-old mother from England, has been subjected to a barrage of abuse from online trolls. Her son's birth and the name she had selected for him were announced on the popular Jeremy Kyle show in the United Kingdom. Believe it or not, she named her newborn Lucifer. This choice has Latin origins and means morning star or light bringer. Josie had chosen the name from a baby book she had read with good intentions. Her decision, however, has not been well received. The issue over the name Lucifer has divided the public. While some argue that a kid's name should be totally up to the parents, others are concerned that it will steer the child in the wrong direction. The controversy is a reminder of the age-old argument about parents' rights and obligations when it comes to naming their children. Some think that naming a kid is a very personal decision, while others argue that names have great weight and should be selected with care, taking into account the potential impact on a child's life. Number 8. Jackson Bule. Jackson Bule's extraordinary journey is nothing short of a miraculous story that defies the odds, challenges conventional expectations, and inspires everybody. His tenacity and determination have elevated him to the status of a symbol of hope and strength. Jackson was born with anencephaly, a rare and severe birth abnormality in which the skull is poorly formed, resulting in a major amount of brain underdevelopment. The prognosis for such a disease is often bleak, with most newborns born with anencephaly only living for a short period of time. Despite these difficult conditions, Jackson had an incredible battling spirit that had a lasting influence. Jackson's incredible strength is demonstrated by the fact that he not only survived, but outlived the average life expectancy for babies with anencephaly. He defied the odds, learning to harness his motor skills, and even expressing emotions through his facial expressions. Given his circumstances, Jackson's growth was nothing short of remarkable. Number 7. Theo Mizuri. Fatima Gomez of Mizuri and her 3-month-old baby Theo are an extraordinary couple who never go unnoticed. They both have pebbledism, a rare genetic disorder that causes prominent white spots on the skin and a white stripe in the hair. This condition is inherited, and it is common among Fatima's family members, with many of them also suffering from pebbledism. Fatima's road to accepting her distinctive appearance was a long one. She admitted that she battled to accept her appearance and colored her hair repeatedly till the age of 24 to disguise the white streak. Her devoted spouse, Jose Neto, was instrumental in helping her understand the beauty of her distinguishing trait. Fatima decided to defy traditional standards and began publishing images on social media without hiding her unique disease, with her husband's support and encouragement. To her surprise, the response was very positive, with hundreds of followers complimenting her for her candor. Fatima's acceptance of her appearance was a key turning point, but she had not expected her adored son, Theo, to inherit the same distinguishing feature. Nonetheless, Theo's birth gave Fatima even more courage, confirming her resolve to live a happy and full life. Number 6. Roomie Cain. Roomie Cain, the world's smallest baby, was born with a phenomenal weight of only 244 grams, defying all predictions. Roomie's extraordinary delivery occurred in 2004 at Loyola University Medical Center, when he was delivered via cesarean section at only 25 weeks into the pregnancy. Roomie Cain's arrival drew immediate attention due to his enormous size, which was unprecedented. He became the world's smallest baby, dethroning the previous record holder Madeline Mann, who weighed 280 grams at birth. These amazing cases attest to the remarkable breakthroughs in neonatal medicine, as well as the sheer perseverance of these infants in the face of unfathomable odds. Roomie's story exemplifies the amazing improvement made in the field of newborn care. He is a symbol of hope for premature babies, as well as a monument to the everlasting dedication of the medical experts who fight diligently to preserve these small lives. Despite their fragility at birth, these infants' perseverance and advances in medical care allow them to develop and survive, defying the expectations established by their small size at birth. Now let's check out today's subscriber pick. This gut-wrenching photo of the little baby girl Runa united the online community around the world back when it went viral. People couldn't help but sympathize with the 18-month-old Runa's family, who just wanted their little girl to get better and live a long, healthy, and prosperous life. Runa Beum was suffering from a rare condition called hydrocephalus, which had caused her head to swell up 3 times its normal size due to a buildup of fluid inside the skull. Fortunately, her story was featured in a number of publications, and a charity stepped forward to help bear the expenses of her treatment, as Runa's rural dwelling family did not have the means to save their daughter's life. The Fortis Foundation flew Runa's poverty-stricken family from their rural village to the hospital, where doctors properly examined her and decided on a path of treatment. They said that she was lucky to be alive. Later on, she underwent emergency surgery to drain large amounts of fluid that had accumulated around her brain. The doctors were able to reduce her head circumference significantly, but Runa still wasn't able to stand or walk like a normal child. But her mother, Fatma, was hopeful that one day her daughter would go to school and enjoy a normal life. We can't help but salute her strength. Would you guys be able to deal with all the turmoil Fatma has gone through? Let us know in the comments below. Number 5. Kaye and Carter Torres. The incredible conjoined twins, Kaye and Carter Torres, are overcoming the odds and learning to stand on their own 2 feet. Despite physicians' initial diagnosis of only 24 hours to survive, these brave 3-year-olds continue to defy expectations. They were conjoined at the pelvic area as amphiloistiopagus twins, sharing all their organs from the belly button down while having just 1 leg each. Chelsea and Nick Torres, the happy parents of these exceptional children, have taken on the role of instructors for the previous 2 months, homeschooling Kaye and Carter. Their main focus is on the girls' physical therapy activities, which are designed to improve their coordination and motor abilities. According to Chelsea, doctors normally give conjoined twins an extremely low probability of survival, with just approximately a 5% chance of survival. Given these sobering statistics, the Torres family has every cause to be ecstatic about the girls' astonishing improvement. However, the twins are approaching the recommended top age limit for separation operation as they reach their 4th birthday. This nearing deadline provides the family with a difficult option, one that could have a big impact on the girls' lives. Number 4. Baby with wings. Olivier's parents didn't need to imagine their child as an angel from heaven because he already looked the part, thanks to an astonishing natural occurrence. This exceptional 2-year-old has an uncommon and outstanding physical condition. A wing-like design on his back was created by an extraordinary elevation that ran from his hairline and crossed over his wrist and shoulder blades. This unusual condition gave him an airy appearance, resembling celestial entities. Despite the angelic look bestowed upon him, this ailment did not endanger Olivier's life right away. To guarantee that this growth remained non-lethal, he needed regular doctor checkups every 3 months. These medical checks were necessary to track the course of this remarkable condition and ensure his health. The story of Olivier provokes thought and evokes awe. Some may be drawn to the interesting idea that at some point, we were all angels sent to Earth on a special assignment. Olivier's angelic appearance calls into question our knowledge of the human condition, inviting us to venture into the unknown territory of human biology and the mysteries of existence. Number 3. baby with long eyelashes. An unusual case arose in which a mother was forced to establish that her toddler's eyelashes were fully natural. Katie Norton, who lives in the United States, proudly broadcasts videos of her 1-year-old daughter Madeline on TikTok, and Madeline has a sizable following as a result. Her audience is captivated by the incredible length of her eyelashes, which have been the topic of considerable intrigue and admiration. The sheer length of Madeline's lashes stunned people all around the world, and some women publicly expressed their envy, stating their desire to have lashes of equal grace and length. This distinguishing trait set Madeline apart, leading many to speculate that she could be a model in the making. The obsession with Madeline's eyelashes, however, led to suspicion among some people who questioned their legitimacy. Katie Norton took it upon herself to produce undeniable evidence in response. While Madeline was sleeping, she recorded herself tenderly wiping her daughter's eyes with a cotton pad. This footage plainly showed that the 1-year-old's eyes were not ornamented with any mascara, liner, or artificial lashes. It was an unequivocal declaration that Madeline's long lashes were wholly her own, bestowed upon her by heredity. Katie Norton voiced her amazement, noting that she thought it was evident that her daughter's eyelashes were real, but she continued to endure accusations from those who thought otherwise. Number 2. Fish Boy. The Chinese fish boy narrative begins with a wonderful boy who was born with a skin abnormality that earned him this distinctive nickname. His entire body was covered with scales from head to toe, a condition that presents not only physical but also emotional issues. His existence is characterized by continual itchiness and limited mobility, evoking fortitude and strength in the face of hardship. Pan, the fish boy, found refuge and relief in cold water, providing a momentary reprieve from the itching. He also relied on medical treatments prescribed by committed doctors who strove to relieve his pain. His adventure began at birth with flat scales that subsequently evolved into thick layers, forming an impenetrable barrier that hampered his ability to sweat. This disability exacerbated his difficulties by interfering with his body's natural cooling functions. Pan's rare skin illness, ichthyosis, is a hereditary ailment that is handed down to a child if both parents contain the same gene responsible for the sickness. This genetic anomaly affects a large number of children, with over 16,000 new cases detected each year demonstrating the frequency of this difficult ailment. Despite the valiant efforts of medical professionals who have carefully investigated Pan's case, the fish boy's illness remains incurable. Number 1. Anahita Hashim Zada. Anahita Hashim Zada, who was born on January 10, 2015, is a young artist, model, and social media phenomenon. She's gained the well-deserved title of the cutest baby in the world and has millions of fans around the world. Anahita's foray into modeling and social media was facilitated by her immensely supportive parents, Ali Hashimzadeh and Maryam Hashimzadeh, who have been important in her developing profession. She also has a sister and a brother, contributing to a close-knit family environment. Anahita Hashimzadeh is from Isfahan, Iran, and it is from this lovely city that she has won the hearts of people from all over the world. Anahita's school experience is rather uncommon given her early age and modeling responsibilities. She is currently pursuing her education through homeschooling, a versatile method that allows her to reconcile her academic ambitions with her developing job. Anahita has achieved great progress in the world of social media despite her young age of 7. Her Instagram account has an astounding following of over 1.2 million people, pushing her to the level of one of the most popular celebrities on the internet. Her endearing charisma and engaging presence have won her fans of all ages, and she continues to enchant and inspire those who follow her on her path. We hope you enjoyed this video. We'll see you in the next one.